Hi, my name is Jonathan. I am asking people to boycott Sweden if the Swedish government ends up extraditing Julian Assange to the United States. A couple of weeks from now, the United Kingdom will extradite Assange to Sweden, basically based on trumped-up charges. And if this happens, the Swedish government will most likely extradite Assange to the United States for Assange to face espionage charges, for which Assange will face life in prison for these charges. So I am asking people to threaten to boycott key Swedish industries to prevent the Swedish government from following through with this extradition. So let me list 7 industries that I'd like you to threaten to boycott, and you will boycott these if the Swedish government ends up extraditing Assange. So, boycott Volvo automobiles. Do not buy any Volvo cars to boycott Sweden. Boycott Nordea banks. If you have money in a Nordea bank, pull out all your money from a Nordea bank to boycott Sweden. Boycott any telecommunication products that are associated with Ericsson and Telia Sonera, 2 key Swedish industries. Do not buy any clothes at an H&M retail clothing store. This is another Swedish industry. Do not shop at all at an H&M clothing store to boycott Sweden. Do not buy any Electrolux home appliances, another Swedish product. Do not at all shop at IKEA furniture stores. Do not buy any furniture at an IKEA furniture store at all. And finally, just boycott traveling to Sweden at all. Boycott the Swedish tourism industry in Sweden. Do not travel to Sweden, okay? Threaten to boycott all Swedish products if they plan on extraditing Assange to the United States. Assange is one of my biggest heroes. Julian Assange is a huge hero, and this Sunday, Hillary Clinton is traveling to Sweden. And this is like, it's been a long time since a U.S. Secretary of State has traveled to Stockholm. And obviously it has to do with Assange. This is why Hillary Clinton, our Secretary of State, is traveling to Stockholm, is to arrange for the extradition of Assange from Sweden to the United States. And the Swedish government basically has a history of bowing down to whatever the Pentagon wants. For example, recently CIA agents abducted several Egyptian nationals on Swedish soil. So it's important for Swedes to understand, it's important for Sweden to understand that Julian Assange is a hero for revealing all the secrets to the U.S. foreign policy. For just Julian Assange, through WikiLeaks, revealed just the massive injustice done by the Pentagon, the massive injustices done by the U.S. foreign policy. And really, Julian Assange did not do anything different than every other journalist ever does. Just publishing classified information for the public interest. All journalists do that. All newspapers do this. So Julian Assange did not do anything wrong. And really, it's easier to boycott a smaller economy and for that to have an effect than it is to boycott a larger economy. So that's why I'm asking you to boycott Swedish industries if they extradite Assange, because that will have an impact on the Swedish economy if the world boycotts Swedish products, because it's a smaller economy. So Sweden needs to redeem themselves for being accomplices to Nazi atrocities during World War II. Because the Swedish government back then, they made concessions to Nazi Germany, and so Sweden, you need to redeem yourself from just being accomplices to Nazi atrocities. So do not extradite Assange to the United States. And your guilt for Nazi atrocities will be expunged if you keep Assange safe, if you harbor Assange in your borders. But if Sweden, if you do extradite Assange to the United States, that will show yourselves as being epic wimps. And it'll show yourselves as having no backbone. So I'm asking Sweden to give yourself honor as a country by keeping Assange safe, by harboring Assange and not extraditing him to the States. But if you do so, basically, Sweden, you're a doormat to the Pentagon. You have no backbone. All of you are wimps. All Swedes are wimps if Assange is extradited to the States. So give honor to your country by not extraditing Assange to the United States. And if Sweden, if you do extradite Assange to the States, the world will boycott your products, okay? That's what I'm asking the world to do. Right, thank you.